Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more His Dark Materials. This is Season 1, Episode 3, and last time Lyra went to live with Mrs. Coulter, got to live the life of luxury for a little bit, until she realized just what kind of person Mrs. Coulter is, abusive, quite evil in fact, maybe? But yeah, she wants to escape, and she's able to do so. Unfortunately, she's picked up by the same person, it seems, who kidnapped Billy Costa and Roger. So, yeah, not a great situation since the Gobblers do work for Mrs. Coulter. She'll only be brought back and treated even worse. Or something else entirely could happen. I don't know. I completely forget what the storyline is. Anyway, guys, enjoying this series so far. If you want to watch the full reaction to this episode, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started. Oh.
Lyra.
Billy Costa.
Whew. Well, lucked out.
You could make this easier for yourself. Just tell me where she is.
Well, if the thinking was clever enough, it would find a way to obscure itself from the magisterium.
Yeah, okay.
Wouldn't it? Oh dear.
Heretical.
And you, Master, you have been abusing your privilege. Alethiometers in use are sanctioned by the magisterium. There is no record of there being an alethiometer at Jordan College.
Lie your ass off. Say, I just wanted to learn how to read it in case I ever came upon one.
I no longer have it.
And who does?
You're painting a target on her back if you tell her. No, you don't have to tell her.
She arrived in my care with it. I merely returned it to her.
Tear everything apart! She's not here.
We finally got a clue to where Billy is. So close.
We need the girl.
We need the girl, not can we talk to you? Or just, I don't know. In the hole!
Costa has agreed to take you in. So, if we could talk again tomorrow,
You're keeping me here?
for your own safety. We want to look after you.
Why? Is this because of my father? Because he's Lord Asriel?
He has always respected our way of life. But you are special on your own account.
Why?
We can't tell
It's not a
you.
question for me to answer.
There's a rumor the Egyptians have her.
How did that come out already?
I think we can trust them. And I never thought that about her.
Well, it'll be better disguised in their clothes than hers.
Oh, Egyptian woman learns more than just cooking in our kitchens, Lyra Belacqua. We're armed.
Whoa. Oof.
You'll be an Egyptian woman yet.
Is that what I'm gonna be?
You'll be whatever you want to be. That's your choice. And yours alone.
Car got booted.
I think I'll settle as a mole.
So you can burrow underground and stay safe from all you grown-ups. I don't want Pantalaimon to settle. I want him to be able to change. Forever.
I would not change a hair on Sophonax. But that is not to say that sometimes I don't dream her different.
That's saying that he
No.
sometimes dreams that he was different.
Colonel John Parry, 49th Commando. Former Marine and explorer, presumed dead around 13 years ago. He was lost in Alaska.
He was
Working a government
originally
funded
from here?
science expedition in
Has someone
Maybe you
from...
acquire a demon
Yeah.
when you cross.
They're here.
No.
kind of intense that we don't even know where she's hiding. Oh. They should have been watching Ma Costa see her tense up when they went there. Started banging right where she was. What? She's...
I'll never be safe! Where are you going now? Away from you! Away from all this! Why am I so important to her? How am I supposed to trust you when no one tells me the truth?
The truth is complicated. Some things you're better off not knowing. She's your mother, Lyra. That's what no one is telling you.
There we go.
She's your mom. When she was pregnant with you, they thought they could get away with it, but as soon as you was born, there was no hiding the Asriel and you. Your father had estates, so he put you in the care of an Egyptian nurse. Your mother's husband followed, determined to kill you.
Kill me?
Asriel fought him there and then, and Edward Coulter was killed. But the law also allows a man to avenge the violation of his wife. Your ma was broken with the shame of it all. You, the law placed in a nunnery. Asriel stole you away.
Oh.
And took you to Jordan College.
You were the Egyptian nurse.
I just want to keep you safe. I didn't manage it before. Let me manage it now.
Pan's already following. Oh my god. Why would you stand up there? Oh, oh my god. Oh, the monkey was like, oh my god. The heck? Did they get the scent of the shirt? Of the dress?
I called this roping for us to come to listen and to decide. So we have no choice but to deal with these gobblers ourselves.
I disagree.
Yes.
What?
Are we really prepared to lose more sons, more daughters? We have to do something.
I know them. The gobblers. Her. She'll just keep on taking your children. Fighting back is the only way.
And we will ask the witches for their support.
The witches.
Say no. Now I am asking you to put yourselves more at risk. For Lyra. For the children we have lost. Ready yourselves to travel north. Ready yourselves to fight. And ready yourselves to bring our children home. We shall strike the strength out of them. We shall leave them ruined and wasted. And scatter to the four winds.
Oh,
We should sleep.
Pan?
I saw it. What were you thinking about?
My mind, it went blank.
Then make your mind go blank again. You should be good at that.
rude. Jeez. Are they home? Were you ready for a fight? Shit. God dang it. Oh boy. Did they get enough evidence? Holy crap!
Who sent you, Egyptian boy?
Oh. Oh.
I betrayed my family for no one.
Oh.
You know what one is then?
Father Corin was very clear. It takes years of learning in books.
It's the only way I can help Pam. The serpent for cunning.
Oh.
It worked.
It's impossible.
No, it's not. Look. Tell me Benjamin's dead.
What are you talking about?
Listen to me.
Lila!
Oh.
Someone get the other one!
Oh, crap.
Right now it will be on its way to Mrs. Coulter.
Shit.
To tell her it has seen you.
Tony. And Benjamin's dead, like she said.
Where's Benjamin?
Lyra were right.
She can read the lithiometer without the books.
She can do what?
Yeah. I don't know.
She broke the law sending it off to me.
It's a symbol of your mother's desperation for you, so it should be kept.
I'm ready to fight.
You're a remarkable girl, Lyra Belacqua. I don't think the North knows what's coming.
Crap.
Are you out of your mind?
I found her.
Oh, man. Loved Lord Boreal's scenes coming to our world and seeing the boot on his car and being like, the F is this? And like kicking it. That was really funny. But yeah, really interesting that Grumman was originally from our world and crossed over into theirs. So then is that a demon or not? Like, is the guy right that people spawn demons when crossing over without one? I don't know how true that rings, but it's a possibility. Though if it's the truth, I'd be curious why they would like just say it now. The craziest part of this episode, though, Mrs. Coulter attacking Benjamin the way her monkey was attacking his bird demon. As much as we know about demons like taking on the form of their humans, like reflection of their soul, like this felt more like Mrs. Coulter tapped into the animalistic monkey side of her demon, which like her predatory side, and that was a very interesting action sequence because of that. And it was fascinating to watch. Lyra, meanwhile, was saved by the secret Egyptian mission. Very lucky she didn't have to go get captured by the gobblers and then be under control of Mrs. Coulter again. Understandable that she doesn't trust the gobblers, the Egyptians right away, given that what she went through with Mrs. Coulter, and also because they were deliberately keeping something from her. And she realizes they're trying to keep her because of her father. And yeah, it seems like an open secret to like everybody that he's her father. But he's been kind to the Egyptians. It sounds like it's more than that. Otherwise, like just kindness and being accepting of their way of life isn't enough to inspire this type of loyalty. And they want to keep her for like another reason. And John Foss says like she's special in some way, but I don't know what that means. And like, was it just that her mother was Mrs. Coulter, or is it something else too? Because it sounds like the latter. And yeah, we learn pretty early on in this series about both of Lyra's parents. I thought it would be much later. For some reason, I thought it would be much later. Like, so even though it's only like 8 episodes, I expected these revelations to to take a little bit more time. And on the other hand, Daphne Keane, seeing her act and her reaction to finding out about Mrs. Coulter's being her mother was awesome. She's just great acting. And we get background on how Asriel and Mrs. Coulter fell in love as soon as Lyra was born. There was no hiding the Asriel in her, which is such a great line, but I also don't understand what exactly made her so just distinctly Asriel. I'm just thinking like, oh, what if she came out of the womb being like, dust, dust, dust? But the affair ruined Mrs. Coulter and Asriel. Edward Coulter came after Asriel. Asriel killed him. But then the fact that they were ruined, like Mrs. Coulter was like shamed and Asriel had his like property like stripped from him, and where they are now after all that happened just speaks to how powerful and influential they are to overcome that and be in such positions of importance now. Meanwhile, Ma Costa, before Lyra found out that Mrs. Coulter was her mother, Ma Costa like bonds with Lyra, and you can tell she's on her side. Like, she's lost one of her children, but at the same time, she has the heart and the love to treat Lyra like one of her own. And yeah, there's a really interesting like compare and contrast with Mrs. Coulter too. Mrs. Coulter told Lyra that she could be extraordinary. She could be extraordinary and made Lyra feel special. But Mrs. Coulter just wanted to mold her. Whereas Ma Costa said that Lyra is remarkable and she made a suggestion like, oh, you would make a fine Egyptian woman. But when Lyra was like, that's what I'm going to be, like, that's who I'm going to be, Ma Costa told her she could be anything she wanted. It's her choice. Loved that. There's just, you could tell which one was the better parent and which one cared about Lyra and not herself. And yeah, Lyra learns how to frickin' read the alethiometer on her own without any help, without any of the books. And what I like is that the way she reads it kind of makes sense to us as the audience. That makes it so much more fun. Because we already know that Benjamin is dead, and so the skull on the hourglass makes sense to us too. But she's just starting to tap into this power, and it'll be really interesting to see how she's able to use it going forward. It does seem like the more people know about this, the more people will try to use her for their own goals. But right now, Lord Fa and her goals line up. So yeah, I just hope her power isn't going to be abused at some point in the future. Little details. Lyra saying that she doesn't want Pan to settle. Is that another way of saying she doesn't want to become an adult? And then, yeah, like, it's interesting because like people can change even after they become an adult. So what does that mean? You can't change your demon afterwards, but I also refuse to believe that you can't change after becoming an adult. I don't know if I've seen it that often, but I mean, it's happened to me. And the spy flies, that was so interesting. I don't know how I didn't remember that from when I read the book, even if it was super long ago, but they just seem really interesting. Maybe they're more visually stunning than they were in the book. I don't know. Yeah. To be fair, I forgot like everything, so. And what the heck at that guy Raymond who says like, let the authorities find the missing children, like the Egyptian Raymond. And it's like everybody's problem, so we shouldn't do anything about it. Meanwhile, more children are going to be taken, and you're going to tell these parents to their faces that you don't want to go find their missing children? Come on, man. But John Fa gives an awesome speech, and he's on board afterwards. Even had Lyra chanting like Egyptians. That was a really cool speech. But yeah. Enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you want to see the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. I was able to avoid copyright issues in episode 2, so hopefully I think I'm doing something right. I'm using like shorter clips and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching, and leave a like, really helps out this channel, and I'll see you guys next time.